and welcome to round 5 of the PlayStation Pacific Elite Championship here on Spec Esports. I'm Everingham, your commentator for this event, and this time we're racing at Circuit Prix Ricard for the French Grand Prix. Through turn 3, then turn 4 comes Bags Liddell. What does the first sector say? He's up by a tenth and a half. What about Roscoe? It's a fairly similar story for him too, as he heads on to the Mistral Straight. There's an Alpine right in front. Not sure who that could be. We'll find out probably in a few moments. Around turn 8, into the Mistral chicane, it's Metz in P14, exiting the chicane. Gets great traction down onto the road. What does the middle sector say? For the Alfa Romeo driver, he's up by 3.5 tenths of a second. Bags, he's up by 3.5 tenths too. It's going to be awfully close towards the top, I reckon, if both Roscoe and Bags successfully set their final flying laps. Exiting turn 11, around turn 12, you can see that nice wide entry, hitting the apex late, getting on the power early, around turn 13. Into the penultimate corner, turn 14, Pump jumps up to pole with a mega lap at 29.497. What does Roscoe have in response here? He'll get a bit of a tow here from Metz. He'll cross the line to take pole position away only just by half a tenth of a second, and Bags can't do it. He only does a 29.7 effectively. He goes third fastest. So, top 5 starting on the soft compound tyre, and BP the first on the mediums. Silderford and Chip, P7 and 8 are starting on the soft tyre, then Plebs and P9 on the mediums. And Andre will start P10 on the soft tyre. ACW 11th is the first driver on the hard compound tyre, followed by Key Jude on the mediums, then Metz on the mediums as well in 13th. Black Moon _14 starting from 14th is on the medium compound tyre, just Sambin on the medium as well. G4 Zach and CBF Rude starting from P16 and 17. They're both starting on the hard compound tyres. Ghost Rider P18 on the mediums, and Power Sights AI is starting on the mediums. So there we are. 27 laps lay in front of us here at Circuit Prix Ricard. 19 drivers are lined up, ready to go. We have 10 red lights. And we are underway here in Le Castellet. Roscoe gets a half-decent start. So does Pump. It's a drag race down towards turn 1. Who's going to be leading the field out of the opening corner? Oh, it's tight, but it's Roscoe who leads, followed by Pump. Then Bags, who's got BPVA trying to draw alongside. Got yellow flags out. That's Andre. He has dropped down from 10th to 19th at the opening corner. Around turn 4. Into turn 5, BP has the inside line. Ferrari Pro gives him enough room. It's fairly tight on the exit. BP trying to force his way through. He doesn't. He's into 4th. Onto the Mistral Straight for the first time. Fairly tame start, minus whatever happens with Andre. Plebs moving to the inside, trying to break the toe. Hilles doesn't really mind. He's got Chip right on his gearbox as they head towards the chicane. Into it they go. All of them line astern, not really in a position to fight just yet. They're just minding their own business at the moment. Look at them. All in a perfectly long single car fight. Here comes Bags. He won't be close enough to attack. Might be able to have a go down the Mistral Straight though. Through turn 1, then turn 2. Oh, the back end stepping, he's gone! He's gone! Oh dear. Just got on the throttle a little bit too much. Nice flick spin there. Be careful. Now he's down in 14th. That's turn 2. That is turn 2. Well, some of the leaders are in. Those who started on the soft tyre are coming into the pits. They pit on to. Keeg stays out for another lap. He doesn't want to get double stacked, and he's on the medium tyre, so he's going to go longer. There's ACW and Plebs. So some pitting for hards. Roscoe pitted onto mediums as a suggested strategy pointed out. Plebs, he got DRS, which will help him out, but ACW will just drive away as Plez makes a mistake at the exit of 9. The back end steps out, but he controls the car well. Points it back in the right direction. As Silverford is very close. He is awfully close. Coming up and around turn 11. He stays behind the McLaren. Turn 11 really isn't an overtaking spot. If I'm perfectly honest, it tends to get quite nasty when you see cars go side by side through there. Exiting turn 12, around turn 13. BP is close, and he's going for it. He's drawn alongside the Red Bull, and he swoops around the long way to take P6. Awesome stuff from BP. Great commitment, but ultimately it just shows the raw grip of fresh tyres. Can be committed. As BP sets a new fastest lap, a 31.091. He now sets his sights on ACW. BP tries to draw alongside Roscoe Arm as they head towards turn 1. Roscoe Arm, though, it's a wise driver, hangs onto the inside line. The two are making contact, though, through 1 and 2. And they both collectively lose a fair bit of time to pump. Around turn 3, BP has the inside line for 4. Roscoe Arm, though, is having none of it. He hangs on to 3rd. Meanwhile, Pump is loving this as BP goes up the inside at 6 and pushes Roscoe Arm off the circuit. Through 7. Onto the Mistral Straight once again. Roscoe Arm has lost a fair bit of time, but he still has DR. Oh, and Pump has left the session. He has left the session with 1.5 laps to go. G4 Zach, a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. Oh, no. Who's going to claim that final podium spot then? Will it still be Pump? He's not behind the wheel. He's going to lose so much time. BP takes 2nd. Could Plevs end up taking it? He still has no penalty next to his name as ACW moves to 3rd. Round the final corner now, nice and steady. He's done it. It's 3 on the trot for Ferrari Pro. He won in Canada. He wins in Britain. He wins in France. Well done, Ferrari Pro. The winner of the French Grand Prix. ACW will end up taking 2nd, and the final podium spot will go to Plevs in the McLaren. The rest of the results look like Silverfort in 4th, BP with fastest lap in 5th, Pump in P6, what could have been for Pump. Really unfortunate for him. Hillez in 7th, Roscoe Arm in 8th, G for Zach in 9th, and Bags rounds out the top 10. Zach making up a fair few places over the course of the race too. Look at that. Making up 7. Good effort there. Black Moon 11th, King Duke in 12th, Chip in 13th, Andre 14th, Matt's our final point scorer in 15th. We have Rude, Josh Sandburn, Parasite, and Ghost Rider. Not a single retirement over the course of this one, which is actually fantastic.